students. So I'll start with you, Ms. Cecilia.
Yes.
You've heard of the Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission.
Yes.
Which ministry do you think the CEC falls under? I'll give you multiple choices.
Okay.
A, Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry. B, Ministry of SME, that's Small, Medium Enterprise. And C, Ministry of Finance.
B.
Which is?
Ministry of Small SMEs.
All right, okay. I must say that's correct.
Thank you.
You're impressed. That's actually very good. Yeah, the CEC is actually under, it's an agency that's under the Ministry of SME. Yes. So I'll go right to Mr. Kapasa.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kapasa, also a similar question. Which ministry does the Zambia Development Agency fall under? You've heard of ZDA?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you've heard of it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, basically they facilitate investment for the country, mostly like creating linkages. So which ministry does it actually fall? There is one. A, Ministry of Agriculture. B, Ministry of SME. C, Ministry of Energy. And D, Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry.
Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry.
Perfect, perfect. Of course, Zambia Development Agency, I'm actually very impressed that you actually know this answer.
Yes.
Zambia Development Agency is an agency that's there to actually facilitate the market linkages for mostly local companies and actually international companies.
Yes,
so I'll run straight now to something that is more academic. Since you guys are involved into business, actually into one or two things. For a person in business and gets an annual income of less than 800,000 kwacha, which taxes below will be applicable to his income? Okay. A, VAT, that's value added tax. B, turnover tax. C, corporation tax.
Okay.
It's value added tax.
Okay, that one was directed to Ms. Cecilia, but actually I'll go to you. Unfortunately, that's not valid. That's not correct.
Okay.
So since there are only three options, I'll just give you the right answer. It's actually turnover tax. Because turnover tax is applicable to people that are companies or businesses that are getting 800,000 and less.
All right.
VAT, of course, is applicable above 800,000.
Yes, sir.
Of course, there could be involuntary registrations, but for people that are running businesses that in 800,000 and less in a year, they actually are applicable to turnover tax. Otherwise, that was a good try. So we'll quickly go to the fourth question. We're back to CEC. So I'll quickly just ask both of you. Maybe I'll start with a lady.
Okay.
So if CEC came and gave you 150,000 kwacha,
150,000. Okay.
which of these business would you choose to invest in your money and why?
All right.
Obviously, we'll briefly state why, because we're behind time, of course.
Right.
So A, butchery.
Okay.
B, restaurant.
Okay.
C, salon. And D, boutique.
Okay.
So which of these four businesses would you actually want to go into if you actually provided 150,000 kwacha? Let's say maybe a panel of people at the Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission sat and say, okay, we're ready to give you this money. Just give us a pitch. What is your business that you can actually choose?
Okay, maybe you can run me through the
A,
options.
butchery.
Okay.
B, restaurant. C, salon. And D, boutique. And you just give me briefly why you'd actually go to that business.
Okay, so I would go for the restaurant. Okay. Reason being, before you start any business, you need to do what we call research market, the demand. Okay, so we see that people eat on a daily basis. Okay, so if you are able to run a restaurant, I'm sure you won't be having losses, despite maybe you may have some challenges here and there of maybe on that day you you don't have business. But when you want to start up a business, there's what we call research market. Other than that, the location. Where do you want to establish your business? Okay. So now, if you were to establish a business near maybe a busy place, definitely your business will flourish in one way or the other. Unlike establishing a business, my restaurant, in a place where it's less congested. Because if you go in town. Have you ever been to town? Downtown.
Yes.
Downtown. You've got a lot of restaurants in there, and you find that there are people in during lunch hour. It's fully packed. People are eating because of the location. Okay. So I would go for restaurant first.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but then you're talking about there are a lot of restaurants there, but also the challenges there.
Yes.
Because where there are a lot of businesses of the same type, it's very difficult to actually strive.
Yes.
So tell me, how would it be? And you understand how entrepreneur is actually a person that does business, but does it innovatively.
Yes.
Because everybody there is a business person,
Yes.
but you find that there are only two that are actually selling. So tell me, how will you be different from your competitors at downtown, who are also selling the same type of food, to ensure that you have a number of customers actually coming to your shop other than the other shop? What would you do differently?
Okay. Firstly, I'll look at the prices. Okay. You find that one time when I went there, you find that prices differ. Okay. Even the relish differ. Okay. So now, when you cook your food, it must be pleasing to the eyes. Okay. Even the environment should be clean. Okay, because food is highly sensitive. So now it should be clean. So I'll look at the prices and then maybe lower a bit. Lower a bit. And then also, there must be that customer relationship. Okay. Customer relationship in which you are welcoming. Okay. Unlike a situation where a person comes to you and you look to be lost, you look not to be interested, because you find that they'll be calling you the moment you just enter. No, come here. No, we are selling. Hey, you want for fish or you want for a chicken? You are forced now to ask how much is it. So the prices and then the standard also. Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I'm very impressed the fact that you've spoken about cleanliness.
Yes.
The standard. Of course, you've looked at price.
Yes.
Even though it's a contentious issue, because obviously you can't just reduce your price. So anyway, I actually understand that point, and actually appreciate your highlights and the recommendations in terms of which businesses you can actually start and why people can actually choose to start that like you. But I'll just run to you, Mr. Kapasa.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kapasa, the 4 businesses that we've laid to you. I know, of course, you can choose even restaurant, but you give your own overview of it. But I'll give you A, butchery, B, restaurant, C, salon, D, boutique. If you're given the 150,000 kwacha right now, and I want to see where my money can be, but I also want to know how, let's say I'm from CEC, and I'm here to give you the 150,000. And I give you these 4 businesses, and I'm interested, but I don't know, I want to choose one. Which of these businesses, butchery, A, B, restaurant, C, salon, and D, boutique?
First of all, I can go with butchery. Before starting up any business, you have to understand these 2 principles. One of these principles is knowing yourself. They say that self-knowledge is at the foundation of all knowledge. So if you know yourself, then you can know which type of a business you can start. It helps. Another thing you need to consider is time. So you need to see how long your business takes in order for it to be sold to the customers. There are some business which takes a lot of time, and others take short of time. So I can choose butcher because it takes a short period of time to be sold. So when we are selling something maybe like chicken, it takes a short period of time to be sold, and the customers for chicken are already on the market. Yes.
So we talk about customers already on the market. As a butchery, what can you actually? You've set up. You've got the money, the 150,000 has been given to you, and you know yourself, and you say, like what you said, you know myself, and I know what business I can do. You know the principles you've explained, but what can you look out for when you just want to start the butchery? What is it that you can look out for to say, okay, I'm going to start here? Why not here? What is it that you're going to look at?
First, you have to look for the location of that butchery. You have to consider whether there are people that side where you are starting that business. Another thing you have to consider is also the time, as I mentioned.
Okay.
Are the people going to buy this? What? Yeah.
All right, that's good. That's good. Actually, I would have loved our viewers to actually call in, just to actually maybe appreciate what you're saying, or maybe also to give the views why they will go to a salon and a boutique. Because I've seen that most of you actually are talking about butchery and restaurant, which means you can actually work together, because a butcher and a restaurant actually can work together. So I think I like the way that you guys have actually, comprehended the whole thing. But I would actually thought you actually go for salon and boutique. Sorry, I'm being a feminist, but I'm not being a sexist.
Yeah, I know.
I was just thinking maybe. But I'm impressed that actually restaurants is something that you're actually hoping to have, and I like the fact that restaurant actually is a business. I've also noticed that both sexes are actually going to do it, and they're doing very, very well. Yeah. So I'm impressed with that. Anyway, we just want to my other question. Obviously, you know that with the Ministry of SME of this program, we're here. We partnered with them to support graduates, entrepreneurs, actually graduate students to actually be entrepreneurs, to actually understand what is required to be an entrepreneur. When you start a business, what are things that you need to start with, in terms of registration, in terms of, what sort of obligations you need to get. So this other question is more or less something that is in that line. So the fifth question, what's the minimum number of members required for a primary cooperative? You've heard of a cooperative?
Yes.
Yes. So I'll give you options. What's the minimum number of members required for a primary cooperative? A, 5. B, 10. C, 15. 20 as D. How many? What's the minimum number that is required to actually have a primary cooperative? I will start with the lady.
Minimum. Minimum.
Yes, minimum.
What's the option for B?
B is 10, C is 15, D is 20.
Then A, 5.
5.
Okay. So minimum B, 10.
10. Mr. Kapasa?
Yes, sir.
What's the minimum?
Minimum must be 10.
10?
Yes, sir.
You guys. And I must say that it's correct. So 10 members, of course, is the minimum that's required to actually open a primary cooperative.
Okay.
Obviously, what a cooperative is people that actually come together with the same goal, and hopefully in the same community to actually start a business, in different types of business. Sometimes there are cooperatives that are specific, sometimes you can do multi-purpose cooperative.
Yes.
I'm very, very impressed that you actually guys know that. I'll go now, under the cooperative. What is the prescribed registration fee of a primary cooperative?
Okay.
How much is the members, how much is the cooperative supposed to pay for registration? Is it A, 250 kwacha? Is it B, 350 kwacha? Is it C, 500 kwacha? Is it D, 1,000 kwacha? I'll start with the big man here.
It must be 250 kwacha.
Okay? My lady?
500.
500. Okay. You're too high. You're too low. It's actually 350 kwacha. That's the minimum registration fee you need to pay for primary cooperative.
Okay.
There are different cooperatives, of course. There are union cooperatives and there are federation cooperatives, but the primary cooperative, which most of our students and graduates are actually opening, is actually 350 kwacha.
Okay.
But good try, and you're actually close to the answer.
I thought of saying 300.
All right, okay. The other question is more or less into the business side of things. Okay. When you're running a business, so I'll just ask you, why is it important? I'll start with you, lady, and I want it to be different. I want you guys to give me different answers because I don't want, oh no, yes, I'll do this. Why is it important for people to record their business transactions when they're running their business? Why is it good to keep records?
For references.
Okay.
Yes. The reason why we record is to know how much profit and loss one makes at the end of the day when you're running a business. You cannot run a business minus recording how much you are making and how much you have lost. You running a business is not always that you always have profit. No, sometimes you may have a loss. So now that will help you to come up with different ideas on how you can, try maybe to, help yourself regain from the previous loss that you had.
Okay.
So for references, okay, you need to have references, how you started your business, are you flourishing, or you're just at the same stage from the time you started your business. Because if, like I said, if I'm to open a restaurant, I shouldn't be on the same, I shouldn't have one restaurant in 1 year. At least let me open another restaurant. So it means I'm flourishing in my business. So it's for references.
Perfect. Well articulated, well said, and I personally agree. And I think it's actually very good in anything to have records, based, even in business, even in other situations. References is important.
Yes.
You need to refer to something to say, okay, this is, and it actually gives you can plan ahead because you've got some records of the past, and okay, I don't need to do this because it might lead me to making a loss.
Yes.
And I like the fact that you also consider to say, I may have made the loss last year, but if I keep records, I'll know if I'm improving or not.
Yes.
Perfect. Mr. Kapasa, please help us. Why is it important to keep records in business?
It's important to keep record in business. There are some business that have got risks. So when you see that a business have got risk, you have to keep records. So when you keep records, it helps.
Okay.
Maybe you take someone's Windows woman, you take them to the court of law.
Okay.
Yeah, in that situation.
Oh, all right. Okay. You're looking at the part of your debtors. You know what I mean? When people owe you money, you have to make sure you've got a ledger.
Yes.
Because you can forget. You know what I mean? There are times when I remember one time when I was doing a small business, I never kept a ledger. I only found that actually the good debtor, because they actually called me to say, I'm not going to, I forgot, sorry, I didn't pay you after 3 days. It delayed over 3 days. But I actually forgot. But it reminded me, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was like, I would have lost that money if that guy wasn't paying. So it's actually very important for both of you. Keeping records, you're able to follow up on people that owe you money, and also able to refer to make references to what you've done in the past. So as we were winding up to close the program, I'll ask you this other question. It's actually quite different. It's not the way the other questions have come. It's something that I want to see how you see yourself if you're given an opportunity in terms of who you want to meet. So I hope you know some of our Facebook influencers, or maybe the business people out there that are prominent. So I've taken prominent ladies, you know, that can actually you can go for dinner with them, a business dinner.
Okay.
So both of you can, who would you want among these four to have dinner with, business dinner with? If you're given an opportunity, like the way the opportunity of giving you for money, 150,000, but I've also given an opportunity, after that 150,000 question, who would you want to meet for dinner? So I'll give you A, Miss Maria the Z Farmer.
Okay.
B, Miss Mizukanji. C, Mrs. Mizinga Melu. D, Auntie Miri.
I would go for C.
C is
Miss.
Mizinga Melu.
Yes.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Why have you chosen? Not that you're taking anything away from the others. Why have you chosen Mrs. Mizinga Melu?
Well, she inspires me as a woman because she's the CEO for APSA, right?
Exactly.
Yes. So it's something that drives me to be a better person in life. To say, my fellow woman did it. She's the CEO of APSA Bank, so I can do it. Okay, so she inspires me. In short, inspires me to do better. Okay, to achieve more in life. Okay. Yes.
Perfect. Mr. Kapasa, please help us. Who would you want to go for dinner with? And a business dinner, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? A business dinner. So, A, Miss Maria the Z Farmer. B, Miss Mizukanji. C, Mrs. Mizinga Melo. Or D, Auntie Millie. From your side, who do you think can actually relate to you as a young man who's starting business, as a graduate? And you're given that opportunity.
I can go for Mwensu Kanji.
Okay.
This is because she's a businesswoman and she's very influential. When you see her Facebook page, she has got over 1 million followers.
Okay.
So the people follow, they are many. So when she's able to post my business, many people see my business and the business will go out.
All right, okay, so you're looking at the marketing part of it. That's
Yes,
very
yes.
good. Actually, in business, marketing is very, very important. You can be a good entrepreneur, but if you're not good at marketing or reaching out to people, it becomes a problem. You
Yes,
can
sir.
have a good product, but you're not reaching out to people. People don't know a product. So it's good to have platforms and it's good to have people that can give you a vehicle to actually get where you want. And actually, I like the way you're saying about Ms. Melo. She's done so much, being the CEO of Absa, is one of the biggest banks in Zambia and actually not in the world. So it's actually good that we have a lady that's been sitting there at the helm, and I like that you are inspired by her. So our viewers, unfortunately, because of time, would have actually asked viewers to actually call in just to also give their view of what they think they can do if given opportunities, as we've given our candidates tonight. And I'm just happy that our candidates are actually already business oriented, even as well as students and studied different things, so I think it's very commendable, and we thank what the government is doing to try and open cooperatives for young people, and also the Ministry of SME, what it's actually doing. So I just want to thank you, Ms. Cecilia, for according us your time tonight, and we are very thankful for the answers you've given us, the help you've actually given to our viewers. It has actually been very tremendous and ecstatic. And also, Mr. Kapasa, I like your briefness in what you're saying. You're straight to the answer, and you give the answers just as
Thank
it
you,
is.
sir.
So we actually thank you for actually coming here, and we hope we bring more students, because our plan is actually to make students, graduates into entrepreneurs, and also to understand what business licenses they need to get permits. So that's what we're pushing the ministry to actually inculcate in our people. Viewers, we are thankful for actually meeting us tonight, for actually listening to our testing of your business, Acumen, and we hope to see you next time. God bless.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.